First of all, my name is Veronica Musioka, the ACC municipality who shares jurisdiction with the Chief Mondeni. I'm also your former student, UN Parklands Law School, but I've since left law for administration. But I appreciate the help you gave me in international human rights law, and I know you are capable, and in that position, we have faith in you. So I will start with the security challenges, and I want to talk about illicit brews and drugs. The problem we have, especially here in town and in Nakuru, is a transit and also a destination zone. These things do not come from here. The main challenge is ethanol, and ethanol is not produced here in Nakuru. It comes in barrels, diluted, and very fast consumed. Within 30 minutes, you'll find no trace. You'll only see drunk people. So if we can cut it at our borders, we will be doing a good job. So we need a stronger border control. We also have the problem with hard drugs, heroin and cocaine, and mixtures such as model. Also, they come in from Mombasa, and also bank ash from Ethiopia. If we can control what comes in, we'll be able to put this problem in hand. We also have a problem with slum areas. We have a lot of slum areas and foreigners, people who are undocumented, illegal immigrants in Nakuru County from the neighboring countries in East Africa and also from other places. I remember last year we had to deport some South Koreans who were preaching some gospel which was not conducive to us. Lastly, we have a problem with the highway. Nakuru is a place which everybody is going in. So that's why it needs special consideration in terms of deployment of security agents. And also, the other challenge is illegal fishing. There's need for a clear and unequivocal communication to the residents of Nakuru as to why the fish is toxic and they should not be there, because they say they don't have this research which was done. Maybe if it can be disseminated to us and put it in a language that one Nigerians understand, with pictorial effects of what diseases caused by toxins in fish can cause to the public, maybe we will reach these people who are fishing in Lake Nakuru. Let me go to the working environment, sir. Facilitation. This is a horse which has been beaten for too long, but our mandate has been expanded. Every cheeky thing is pushed to Ngao. Something like tree planting, 100% transition, things like any department that needs mobilization on the ground, public participation, and all these things need resources. We are really begging this wananchi to attend events, mobilize, give public participation, because these people will be left with us and they will be asking for money, transport, tea and lunch, and we have nothing to give them. And that causes a problem because next time you call upon them, you will not get them. We also have this problem with transport, and I say to you, sir, when you empower Angao, and we're asking maybe if we can consider having a pool vehicle for all divisional SECs in the sub-counties. That would work so well because you have empowered all the HODs in that sub-county. You have also empowered all wananchi because Angao vehicle is almost a PSV vehicle. We also are talking about postings. We have a feeling that postings need to be done according to officer strength. There are officers who are well suited for field postings and others who are well suited for headquarters posting. And sometimes when you mix these two, you have a problem. And sometimes mandates, when you have an officer in a place who is not able to perform, the strain is felt by the other officers who are able to perform. So when maybe some place falls vacant, somebody has to step in, and that expands our mandate. I move on to training and career progression, and we believe that we need fairness in this so that at least officers in field, as opposed to the officers in the headquarters, can also get scholarship opportunities, because we don't get them here in the ground, right? We hear some of us are able to do courses such as SMC, SLDP, which are promotional courses, and maybe even get master's training. Lastly, on training and career progression, we were thinking that an educated chief is an empowerment. And ACCs is a cadre that can train these chiefs. In my 4 stations, Kericho, Eldoret, Masinga, and now in Nakuru, my chiefs can bear me witnesses that they are trained in legal matters. the basic law that they need to do. Some of this confusion, you hear the chief anakula pesa ya mtu, it's just that they don't know what to do. And we can be TOTs for them. Maybe we can devolve training to regional centers like this so that chiefs don't need to go to Nairobi for training and seek opportunities and they be trained in-house. Or we can have our own girls' school where we can discharge this mandate and ensure that our chiefs are not ignorant. I also want to talk about continuous professional development. It should not only be for professions like law, medicine, we also need them for the chief. Maybe they attend a certain course every year so that they know that they keep up the developments. Because I'm sure there are chiefs here who are still operating with some things like laws which were repealed with Katiba in 2010. We also need to handle change management, sir. And that is a problem we have because government policy dissemination is only as strong as the person who is disseminating it. And what the mwananchi knows is what the chiefs know. If the chief doesn't know what bita is in a language that is understandable, that mwananchi of Nakuru is not going to know what bita entails. Can we translate these documents into Kiswahili, even vernacular? Or put them in simple English that a chief can interpret and a village elder will understand so that the people know this beta is good, this thing that is being proposed by the government is working, and then be reachable for clarification so that at least wananchi watasema pale kitu watuelewe. I want to talk about welfare, sir, on prompt compensation of work injury. If you permit me, sir, I have a chief who underwent brain surgery. He was hit during a raid. It was hectic getting him treated. And if we have assistant chief Kiteto here, he can stand this. His car still scares me in this town. So, sir, maybe we can follow up on that because motivation of such officers is good. It's still healing. I want also to say that uniform things have been said, so I'll not repeat that. And I also want to talk about housing.
That is the officer who was injured?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He underwent a brain surgery in February, sir.
Okay, so see Madam Beverly before we leave at some point.
We also request maybe what we have in government, because this is a body, an institution that has institutional memory, is that maybe we can restore professionalism, decorum, and structure. What is needed is more of structure. Sometimes in a place where I was, mwananchi came and told me, you are leaving this place, umetutesa sana. That was in Kipkelio, Kericho, Kamasian County. And true to his words, the next day the brewer who had told me I'm going, I got my transfer letter. So if the brewer can know before me, that means the chain of command is broken somewhere, and then maybe we are not enforcing the Official Secrets Act. I want to conclude the working environment has with performance incentives. We always get appraised, and the ones who score 101, we have never seen what comes out of that. Once that appraisal form goes to Nairobi, maybe we could do that. And we also request that in policies that affect government and administration, we could consult government before making some decisions on practicalities on the ground. I want to finish, sir, if you permit me, with the youth question. Between all these girls, the person closest to the youth is the SEC, because we are closer in age. They mistake me for one of them, but tujaona wakamba wakizeka sana, sir. But we need to reframe the girl service, sir, so that we are facilitators. Allow me, sir, to request a colleague to stand up, because I know she's very good with youth affairs. Chebet Katam of Kuresoi. Madam, this lady is very good with youth. When she was in Nakuru East, we used to go with barasas with her. And we can harness officers like this who are still youth, sir. And tailor programs, youth programs, so in a language that will reach youth in their forums, because not many youths will be able to go to the normal traditional barasas that we do. So we need to meet them in their forums where they are at. And such officers, please be seated, thank you. Such officers are the ones who are going to take us there, because between the chief who we hired between 35 and above And the DCC, the person who is younger is the SCC, and they will understand that youth better than the language that is used by these people and be able to reach them. SCC Kerriget in Kuresoi South. We also need, sir, to stop encouraging a culture of dependency and entitlement in some populations, because these people are becoming unmanageable in the ground. We are field officers and we face it. These people, when we call for a baraza, you'll receive people who need, they'll ask you, kuna kitu. Kama kuna kitu, sir, nobody's coming to that baraza. And I have closed offices. We go with almost 7 to 10 HODs to barazas. Good things, youth officers. But when those youths are not there, they'll not receive this because they expect us to give us them facilitation, and we are not able to. And we don't have funding for that. So maybe we can also maybe either facilitate now, or maybe, I don't know, is there something that needs to be looking into? We need to change our forums from the traditional aspects, because I believe that with the majority of the youth, we are having a lot of problems with putting old wine in new skins. So maybe these creative solutions, these young officers and the consultative forums give us, we need to pursue them and then include youth in enterprise. I don't know what happened to access to government procurement opportunities, but that's something that should be pursued. And then encourage mentorship, support funds. We also include them in security. I've heard somewhere somebody who told me that I'm capable, and we have youths who are capable of being assistant chiefs, but the age locks them out. So maybe, I don't know, something that we can look into. About radicalization, sir, violent extremism and organized crime, which is spearheaded by the youth. We also need to have a multi-agency approach, a whole of government approach, because most of this radicalization is being done in our schools, especially public day schools, where these people are having a lot of problems. In this town, when the schools are closing, we have to talk to the head teachers so that they close. They close in shifts so that they don't meet in the streets. So they need to look into that, and maybe we need to be aggressive towards that so that these fights in schools stop out. And thank you. And then lastly, we need specialized youth officers, people who can reach this youth. And allow me, sir, to conclude the youth question with that. Thank you so much for hearing us.